Relationship with you is crap because I'm so angry about this divorce. Well, be a man, separate your relationships like you have for our entire plural marriage, and pay attention here. I do think I want to stay separated for now.
Really, you want to stay separated?
Yeah, I do.
I'm sort of surprised that she doesn't want to try and reconcile, that she wants to be separated. We've been separated probably 2 or 3 times in the past.
Hey friends, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. It is Thursday, September 21st, 2023, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Last week on Sister Wives, we saw Christine Brown basically like every single time Kody and Robin would lie, she would basically tell the truth. This week, we're going to see Janelle sit down with Kody and tell Kody that she wants to be separated. Now, it's a very soft breakup. I would call this a soft launch into singlehood, because she toes around the line. She doesn't seem to want to get him worked up. I mean, can you blame her? The last time she got together with Kody, he flipped his lid and told her to tell the whole world how I manipulated you. And we're like, yeah, Kody, we already knew that. You've been manipulating this woman for like years. And Janelle tells him that she doesn't think she wants to be together with him. And Kody's acting like clueless about this. Like he doesn't understand why she would want to leave him. But this is him just gaslighting her because Kody has been pushing her out the door for like years. And Kody is pretending like he's completely caught off guard by this. And yet he's also being incredibly calm during this, which is probably why they met at a restaurant. Because, I mean, if you're in public, there's a less likelihood of someone flipping out and yelling and screaming at you. But even in this breakup, Kody starts to try to talk to her about why he's mad again. And honestly, this is like the red herring. Like, they're not breaking up because of the boys. They're not breaking up because of COVID. They're not breaking up because of any of that. But to Kody, it's like his little red herring that this is the reason. Like with Christine, this is the reason. But it's actually what she says at the very end of this clip that left my mouth on the floor, because it goes against literally everything that Kody has said for years about how he doesn't crap talk people like the other wives to his other wives because it's just not helpful. And Janelle literally drops a bomb at the end. And my mouth was on the floor. She's never admitted this publicly. And yeah, so let's dive into today's topic. Before we do, can you please do me a big favor and give this video a thumbs up? Also, please subscribe to my channel if you've not yet subscribed by clicking on the subscribe button down below. Click on the bell so you can get notified of any time I go live or new content loads. And if you have something that you'd like to say, make sure to say it by leaving a comment and share this video with your friends. So let's go. The first part of this video, you saw him say that they've been separated like 2 or 3 times and she would like to separate. He further expands on it by saying this.
I always felt like that was because she couldn't manage the relationship with her sister wives. I never felt like that was over me, but maybe I was wrong.
I'm really, really willing to do some counseling if we can find somebody.
Well, I think that's more fair. Christine just dropped this on me.
I just know that I need to be separate right now, you know?
Okay.
I mean, I still have a lot of affection for you. Yeah, maybe some counseling is a good idea.
Remember how last week Kody was like getting on the women for comparing their relationships and saying that one wife will always compare to another wife and they'll always look at what this wife has and what they're not getting and this and that, and that you're not supposed to compare and every single relationship is supposed to be independent. And yet, while Janelle's trying to have a conversation with him about her, Kody can't stop talking about Christine. So he's the one in this scenario that's actually comparing their relationships by comparing the way that Christine broke up with him versus the way that Janelle has decided that she'd like to break up with him. So Kody would like Janelle. Janelle says, yeah, we can go to counseling, though I doubt they'll actually go to counseling. And then he says, yeah, that would be more fair because Christine just like laid it on me. Like she didn't give me any opportunity, which again is like, what does that have to do with Janelle? Nothing. That has nothing to do with Janelle. And then Janelle has to be clear with him that like, listen, dude, even though I'm going to do that, I still want to be separated during this period because I don't want to be with you right now. And I'm still not sure that we're going to work this out. And Kody, of course, she has to put that caveat in because Kody is like the dude that never gets it. Like, he reminded me of Kanye West when Kanye was not accepting his divorce from Kim. And that's how he felt he was being with Christine. Although he wasn't actually trying to win Christine back the way Kanye was. But it was still creepy and kind of stalkerish and slightly abusive. But that's just my opinion. So let's continue.
Other than just that experience where I'm blowing up over really just, I guess, rejection. You guys are doing Christmas without me. It's a,
You know, Christine and I didn't do Christmas together, right? We did it separate, and she came after.
but it was still a Christmas celebration, basically the family getting together.
Well, I mean, and this is where I think we need to be really tread carefully till we can have a third party. I mean, Kody, I
I'm
didn't
not
know.
going to get angry anymore.
I didn't know what to do about my boys.
Can you imagine trying to break up with someone and all they keep doing is talking about their ex-wife? It's kind of like when you go on a date with someone and all they do is talk about their ex-girlfriend and you're like, dude, this guy is not available. Even while she's breaking up with him, he's proving he's not available because all he's doing is thinking about Christine and what Christine did to him and the slight of what Christine has done and the slight of how she had Christmas with his ex-wife. And yet they didn't actually have Christmas together. Janelle was at the vacation rental with her kids. It was a very quiet day. Meanwhile, Kody had a big celebration with his own kids and Mary. And then he also had McKelty, Isabel, and Truly over. And then he totally ignored Savannah and all of Janelle's kids. So he's like getting mad that she had the audacity of spending a couple days with Christine after the holidays, but not taking responsibility for the fact that he's ignored Janelle's kids for maybe, I don't know, 20 years, 18 years? I don't know. Kody, if you really cared about Janelle, you wouldn't be talking about Christine. Why do you keep talking about Christine? This isn't about Christine. This is about Janelle, I thought, right? You said not to compare. You said.
That's really what's the make or
All I
break.
have to do is have a conversation with them. And I don't want to do this. This is really the point. I don't want to be in a place where we're just acting like nothing has happened. I think in some ways that's what was happening with Christine and I. When I would have conversations with her about our relationship, it was too uncomfortable for her. She didn't like having those conversations. And yet she left with me sort of holding the bag, never knowing that she was going to leave.
Are you sensing a pattern here? So Janelle and Kody are trying to talk about Janelle and Kody, and all Kody is still doing is talking about Christine. So now it's Christine, when they broke up, she never wanted to have conversations with him about anything, and he was so surprised that she was going to leave, and he couldn't believe that she would just leave him like that. He was holding the bag, completely lost. When, mind you, he had already told her that he didn't want to have a physical relationship with her, that they weren't going to have a full functioning marriage. He didn't want to have intimacy with her anymore. He didn't go to Isabel's surgery. He was missing out on all these things in the kids' lives. He was never around for like 10 years. But then he's surprised when she leaves because he's darvoing her by making himself the victim and her the oppressor and the abuser, so that she then feels sorry for him and consoles him so she doesn't leave. It's really stupid if you think about it. But Janelle has not had an opportunity to say anything because, again, all Kody's doing is talking about Christine while Janelle is trying to break up with him. Again, can you imagine being Janelle in this scenario where all Kody's doing is talking about his ex-wife while you are trying to have a conversation about your relationship, right? Is anyone getting this with me? Are we on the same page?
She was making plans on leaving, having a discussion with people about leaving, telling the kids, the adult kids, you told me she had told you she was planning on leaving. And then when she leaves, I'm like, she never told me.
So when Kody talks about Christine and him splitting up, it always shocks me that he purports that he never saw this coming. He's been telling me for years that he wasn't attracted to Christine. They were struggling in their marriage. I would have left his ass the first time he said that to me. I would have.
I just have to put this out there. Kody has always said that the wives are always comparing themselves to each other. Last week, While Christine and Janelle were commiserating and talking about their experience in plural marriage and how Kody was always at Robin's house, he said there's a tendency in plural marriage for the women to look at what another wife is getting and see what they're not getting, and then the comparison ruins the relationship, and he uses the whole analogy wrong. Comparison is the thief of joy. He says comparison is the killer of joy. And here he is telling a wife about his ex-wife that they're split, but then Janelle is cueing in here and chimes in during her interview and says, for years, Kody has been telling me that he's not attracted to Christine and they're struggling in their marriage. Why is Kody confiding about the troubles in his relationship with Christine? And why is he confiding about his feelings of whether he's sexually attracted to her or not to another wife? Why would he put those ideas and thoughts into another wife's vault where the other wife can't say anything to Christine? Because if she tells Christine, then she knows that Kody's talking about her to Janelle. So Janelle has to just hold on to that. This is what this family means of you're not safe. They can't tell anyone anything because there's no confidence here. Christine and Kody's marriage can't even be between the two of them because Kody is over at Janelle's blabbering to her and crap talking her to Janelle. And most importantly, why would your other wife want to hear you talk about how you're not attracted to someone that happens to be your wife? If I would have been Janelle hearing that, Janelle says that she would have left if she had heard him say that about her. I'm just going to put this out there. If I was in this situation and I heard my husband talking about that, and he was talking about someone else that he's quote unquote loved, I would be thinking, wonder what he's saying to Christine about me. I wonder if he's telling Christine that I'm not attractive. I wonder if he's telling Robin that I'm not attractive. Because if Kody can talk to her about Christine in such a derogatory and crass way about how he's not attracted to her, which is so cruel, he could do that to any of them. He would say that he doesn't talk about his problems with his relationships with the other wives with his other wives because it doesn't help the relationships. But here, Janelle is admitting that Kody was talking to her for years about his feelings about Christine. So it just further proves my point that everything that Kody is projecting onto Christine, saying that Christine is crap talking me to the kids, Christine told everyone she was leaving but me. Meanwhile, Kody is running around behind her back and telling everyone, I don't even like her. She's not even that good looking. And by the way, he's telling this to the national audience. He writes a book and says that he was grossed out by her eating nachos. He talks about how it was an understatement how unattractive she was when they first met. He reminds her all the time, I didn't want to marry you. I only married you for your blue blood, polygamy blood, because your grandpa was a creep that started this cult. And that's not what he says. But Kody has been psychologically abusing Christine for years and then making her feel like she's never good enough and then is surprised when she leaves. But then to pour salt on the wound, Janelle's known about their problems that are not her business. And then on the show for years, Janelle and all of the wives would say, well, when one's having a problem, it affects the whole marriages. But, we don't know about the inner workings of each other's relationships. Well, clearly that's not true, because if you knew that Kody was struggling and having problems with her and not being attracted to her, dude, you knew and you were talking about relationships. So there is no safety in this relationship for any of them because all they do is talk to each other about everyone. It's like a group of mean girls where everyone is gossiping about everyone else, and you can't trust your best friend to have your back and not talk crap about you when she's with someone else. That's how it would be like to be in a relationship with Kody. He is talking crap about you to everyone, but then you are hearing then he's also coming to you and talking crap about other people. And I'm assuming in a way that would make the other wife feel like, oh, he's confiding in me. He must really trust me. He must really love me. But at the same time, he's probably doing the same thing about you to someone else. And meanwhile, he's planting all of these seeds in each one of the wives about the other wives and the problems he's having with the other wives, thus making those wives not trust the other wives. And he's creating all of this division and chaos and triangulating all of them. He dropped that bomb. Initially, I was like, whoa, he's talking crap about her. But then another thing was like, whoa, Janelle knew that and didn't tell Christine. That kind of makes me upset. And then, whoa, didn't she think if he would do that to Christine, about Christine to her, what makes her think that he wasn't talking to Christine about Janelle? I'm sure he was. I'm sure he absolutely was. Even when Kody is getting broken up with, he still cannot make the breakup about their breakup. He has to make it about Christine. Kody is a sad, sad human being, and he is pathetic. But that's just my 2 cents. What are yours? Tell me in the comments below. Bye, guys.